everyone, Jonah here, and today I'm going to be reading chapter 11-14 of the One Piece manga. I am back home now after 4 weeks of being away on vacation. I tried real hard to be able to record something, and I really debated if I should just read 11-14, but it's just so hard. I thought it would be easier, but on vacation it's no, I just can't. But I'm here now and I'm gonna be reading it. I'm just so excited because 11-13 was insane. Oh my gosh. Anyway, chapter 11-14, the wings of Icarus. I don't know what's gonna happen. It was so much fun. I was talking to a friend after I read the chapter. I was gonna go back to my hometown because I was in Manila, and then we were talking in his car and it was so much fun. And he was talking about how devil fruit users would be submerged if the world goes under the ocean. And I really didn't even think about that while doing the reaction, but we were talking about it. It was awesome. Okay, cover page. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Inari Shrine pilgrimage. I ask that you complete a pilgrimage to Hakumai and return the sword to Enma's shrine in the late Yasue's stead. Okay. Okay. So Yamato is gonna go start. From there, goes around, goes to Hakumai and then back. Oh, she's gonna bring the sword there. Ah, dang. Wait, and return the sword to Enma's shrine? That's not Enma. That's the other sword. What's that? Shusui. Isn't that Shusui? I can't remember. Anyway. Oh, Navy HQ. The world's gonna sink. The world is shocked. The world's gonna sink into the ocean. Does he realize what he's saying? Dr. Vegapunk. So we're seeing the Marines' reaction to what Vegapunk is saying. They have no idea what's going on. There's Hina. I don't recognize the other people. Sakazuki. The way he's looking here, it just says dot dot dot. It seems like he knows something already, because he's thinking deeply. After it was revealed that Dragon was a Marine, it kind of clicked that maybe they knew each other from before. That's why Sakazuki is so mad at Dragon, and all that. But I felt like he almost became a revolutionary. Just the way that he looks right here. It's like he knew something and Dragon already kind of briefed him. And he had an idea of what's coming. But now it's becoming reality. And he's dang it, Dragon's right. That's just me assuming things, okay? That didn't happen. The town of Mockery. Mock Town. This guy's a riot. Is he trying to panic everyone and take the world down with him? How the heck is the whole world meant to sink, Mr. Genius? These people don't know anything. That's Vegapunk. He's the smartest guy in the whole world. You gotta listen to what he says. Although it does sound crazy. The City of Water, Water 7. And it's also what my friend was saying, because I didn't have the time to look at theories or watch videos because I was just so busy. And he was telling me how the people from Roger's crew, so that we knew, are still alive. So we have Rayleigh and Crocus. And so Crocus, he technically has Laboon. So if the world sinks, he's fine. He has Laboon. He has a house inside Laboon's tummy. He's fine. And we have Rayleigh, who knows how to coat ships. And so it's like, are they almost preparing themselves knowing that this is gonna happen? Because seriously, they are prepared. They will survive even if the world sinks. And like, we have Water 7, what's his name? Iceberg. He is trying to build Water 7 into a ship so that it just floats instead of sinks. And so somehow people that we already know are preparing themselves for something like this, for the islands to sink. And it's like, what? Like, what? If he was just talking about this city, I'd believe him in an instant. But the whole world, it'd take a lot more than rising tides to do that, right? Polly. I like Polly. The underwater prison info down. Come on, Dofi. Dofi's just laughing. This just gets better and better. Isn't it your job to take care of the inmates, Magellan? What are you gonna do if the prison gets completely flooded? But they're fine. They're underwater. So they should be fine. Dofi, why are you laughing? You have a point. Is Magellan just like hanging out here with Dofi, letting him listen to whatever's going on in the world? You have a point. The sudden sea level rise earlier caused havoc with some cells, and that was only 1 meter. How many meters would it take to cover the whole world? Is he talking about like the sea level rise from what happened with Lulusia? My timelines are messed up. Most urban areas would be screwed if water levels rose just another 5 meters. Maybe we should all evacuate. We could always go somewhere high up. Is he talking about Marijoa? But if Vegapunk is saying that the world is sinking, wouldn't that include Marijoa? I feel like what would cause this is the red line collapsing, so crumbling, taking down Marijoa, down with it. That's why like the water levels would rise way too high than what anyone could expect, making everything sink into the ocean. So you can't say we could always go somewhere high up unless he means like space. Dofi. Oh my gosh, we're just looking at everyone like this is like Dex of the World. That's what's happening right now, which is good. Like, it's nice to have everyone's reactions to what's going on because this involves them. The whole world is gonna sink, and so it involves everyone we know, and it's fine to see them, but like, can't we just go back to Vegapunk? Calm down. Ryugu Kingdom, Fishman Island. Are they gonna be worried? They're just under the ocean. Father, is that really going to happen? It sounds so outlandish, Jamon. But like, they won't be able to go to the surface. Okay, there we go. Again, the island of the future. This is crazy talk, but the world's most acclaimed scientist is saying it. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's true. It'll cause mass panic and chaos. Enough with the lies and madness, Vegapunk. Ooh. Oh, they're mad. They're very mad. Like the 5 elders, they just look annoyed. Not even annoyed. It's like furious. They're all like, dang it, he said it, he said it. So they knew this is going to happen. Quickly eradicate the broadcast snail. No, snuff out every living thing you can sense. We can deal with the ramifications later. Oh my gosh, they're going to go crazy now. Damn Stella, did he really spill the beans on everything? Please humor me for a moment as I make a prediction. So York is still running around looking for the snail. I'm curious how she doesn't know when she's a Vegapunk too. Assuming my sensor data is accurate, a few days from now, as I record this, an exceptionally vicious earthquake will rock the entire planet. But that's because of Lelouch though. Right? Or is it just a random earthquake? I can't remember. It's been too long. Huh? Don't tell me he's talking about today's earthquake. Ooh. We're at Whole Cake now? Didn't he die after this recording? I didn't die after this recording. Following this calamity, sea levels the world over will rise by 1 meter. A number of islands will become uninhabitable. He's predicting it perfectly. He says 1 meter. That's what happened. No way he actually saw it coming. Yeah. And naturally, many beaches will also be completely submerged. If this doesn't come to pass, ooh, long ring long, feel free to disregard the rest of this message. But it happened, so we gotta listen to this. Kuzan. He's bandaged up after fighting Garp. This is freaky. How was he able to call it? It's science, people! Seismic waves or something. Assuming, however, these events have transpired, then please pay heed to what I have to say. The earthquake I just predicted cannot, strictly speaking, be considered a natural phenomenon. Yes, it is not. It's Lelouch. Wait. I'm trying to remember that chapter. So, no, it was Lelouch, and that's why, because like it sank, like Lelouch sank, or didn't really sink, but like it was eradicated. Anyway, they used like the mother flame to like eradicate the country. And so it caused like massive waves all over the world. But like, what does he mean? Did he mean it was caused by a weapon? Never mind. Just read. Gion, just read. Vegapunk. Not another word. They're attacking now. There's Lilith. Nami. Robin. Choppa. Broke. Usopp. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. Wait, did I miss anything? Nope. I've always naively yearned for peace and prosperity. Excuse me. Wow. Oh no. This is Saturn attacking them. Be gone. Oh my gosh, it's a double page spread. I need something to cover it. Cover it. I cannot look. Okay. It's so tiny. How do I make it bigger? No. It doesn't get bigger, darn it. Wait. No, it doesn't get bigger. No, it doesn't get bigger. And that brought me to what proved to be my first grave sin. Being naive. Mars, what is the status of the power station? I am seeing to it now. We must preserve the contents of that room. I am almost there. I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting energy source. So that's probably what Mother Frame is, because he created it, right? Hell-bent on driving the world to a bigger and brighter future. Ugh, the Mother Frame. Is he gonna use the Mother Frame? Like, why does he say, oh, the Mother Frame? Or he's just talking about, I don't know. I'm so confused. But I really appreciate how self-aware Vegapunk is, because I thought, because I hated this thing about him, that he just kept on making things without considering the effects it would have to the world or to people. Like, for example, Mother Flame, he created that knowing that it could just make one whole island disappear. And, you know, like, that's a scary thing to have. Of course, there's like the Frankie thing. I understand that. But this is just, it's a much bigger scale. And he's Vegapunk. He's capable of doing all these things, and it could kill people. Not just people, it could kill like a whole country. And he made something like that. And I always thought like he's just so driven that he didn't care. But here with his speech, it seems like he is self-aware, because he says it's a grave sin that he had. I was fixated on my dream of developing an everlasting energy source, hell-bent on driving the world to a bigger and brighter future. But that doesn't always mean that it's going to be good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm looking at the bigger picture now. Mother Flame. But I flew too close to the sun. He is Icarus then. Okay. Mother Flame. Okay. It is confirmed to be called Mother Flame. A and Moo. Glub glub. We have to eradicate all life forms. We must be relentless. Not yet. Is this Saturn? Saturn's like breaking it apart. I shouldn't get ahead of myself though. Vegapunk, just tell us about the Mother Flame. It's a literal flame in a machine. It's no use. Stomp. Nothing's working, so they're attacking like this huge robot. In order to understand what is it, we didn't even phase it. Youch, that's hot. Yeah, ha ha ha. In order to understand where the world is heading, we'll be burned to a crisp if we don't hurry. Luffy's still laughing over there. We must first address the past. Okay, give us the past. Give us the Void Century thing. We must first address the past. Specifically, what happened between 900 and 800 years ago. A century-long period that most think of as a blank part of history. There's Imu. We're seeing Marijoa right now, and then there's a silhouette of Imu. It's really crazy how people just dismissed it and called it like a blank century without thinking about what could have happened. It's a whole century, 100 years of not knowing anything about that part of the history. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, what about the people who lived those 100 years? What about the things that happened? There's no way nothing happened in that 100 years. Like, people just accepted it as fact. Like, it's just a void century. It's blank. There's no history during that time. It's really crazy how, like, misinformation and disinformation can do to the world. You know, like, I've seen it firsthand, how people twist facts so that it benefits their own narrative, and other people believe it. Like, it's insane. Like, things that didn't even happen, or things that are the opposite of what happened, people believe it as if it's true. And then you're there like, no, that's not true. And people would like hate others for it, even though it didn't happen. Like, it's, oh gosh, it's crazy. Those miserable Marines, what are they doing? Hurry and shut this cretin's mouth. So this is Marijoa. Fittingly, it is known as the Void Century, since all information about it has either been erased or lost. And that is true for the most part. But there is one last key to unlocking some scraps and echoes from back then, the poneglyphs. That's the only way to find out, right? Charlie, not Charlie. What's her name? Saint Char something. I forgot her name. Death is too good for him. Bring back his body. I'll tear him limb from limb. The Void Century? What is he talking about? Oh. Ooh. I never thought of this. Oh, that's really interesting. Charlia, I think her name is. She says, the Void Century, what is he talking about? I just assumed that the Celestial Dragons knew about it because they were the ones who caused it. These are the people who defeated the ancient kingdom and banded together to become the world government. I assumed that it was a history that was passed on to them and they knew about it. But now it's like, shoot, these people didn't even know about the Void Century. So they're not, they grew in this environment and they lived like that because that's how people around them work. So they were not actively doing things because of a history that they knew. So we're all on the same boat about the Void Century. They don't know anything. You know, like this Charlia, I think that's her name. This panel of her asking about that is almost like an enlightenment because they don't know any other reality, you know? They had this one narrative for all the Celestial Dragons, and that's what they believe in. They don't have other philosophies or like just any other thoughts. They don't have it, except maybe Homer back then. That's why they left, you know. But now she's questioning it. That's so interesting. It gives like the Celestial Dragons more layers, as opposed to just me thinking that they're all bad, you know. Most of them are. But someone like her, who's we've seen was really bad, but now she's questioning things. She's thinking. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. Ooh. The poneglyphs, yes. Oh my gosh, Saul! We're actually seeing Saul! I was looking at his silhouette right here, and then we see him like full, not his face, but we know that's Saul. The poneglyphs, those lonely stones dwelling in various quiet and calm lands all over the globe. The text inscribed on them, once decoded, is our one and only method of glimpsing this unknown past. He says, Teddy, he laughs, Teddy, We know who that is. He doesn't have like burn marks though. Orange Town, East Blue. Hey, did you know that way back when 20 kings teamed up to create the world? I wonder if this old timer knows about any of them. Who can say? What do you think, Shushu? As you know? That was confusing. Despite this, Amazon Lily. Despite this, any attempts to decipher the poneglyphs is considered taboo by the world government. These are things that we already know though. Vegapunk! It's okay, it's okay, calm down. The world has to know. And it's a good refresher. I have to read it really slowly though. It is considered taboo by the world government, and so I felt compelled to commit my second grave sin. I guess it is like researching the poneglyphs. I betrayed the government and studied this forbidden era myself. Okay. I was fortunate enough to inherit several documents from a certain group of exceptional archaeologists, and that allowed me to decipher a number of poneglyphs. So does he know how to read? Vegapunk knows how to read? He probably does. I mean, if he researched it, he can probably like self-study it. Zoro-san, Jinbei-san. I pursued this research as far as possible, and I have no regrets. History is a story after all. Whoa, the ground's moving. What's going on? Look, the clouds are stretching. Why? This must be what Edison was talking about. That's right, with the edge of the clouds further out, we'll be able to leap right into the ocean. Wheeze, wheeze, yo, Straw Hats had better make it. Don't you dare get caught by the government. Why is that so ominous? The way he said, don't you dare get caught by the government. Edison sacrificing himself on a double page. And in truth, I only know a small fragment of this 100-year-long time. It wouldn't be right to leave you with baseless speculation, so I'll limit myself to the facts as I know them. Okay, that's fine. Just give us a little bit. That's fine. Enough, Straw Hat. It's pointless. The star of this story is Joy Boy, probably. This is the last page. Come on. Was born 900 years ago in a bountiful and advanced kingdom. This next move is going to work. Luffy's still fighting the boar. And just like the legendary sun god Nika from the fables of Elbaf, he too fought with a stretchy and elastic body. They called him Joy Boy. So it is Joy Boy's story. Just a little bit. Wait. Stop it. You're cracking us up. He's fighting and people are laughing. Oh no, because he's burning. He was the first man to take to the seas. The first one to be called a pirate. Yo, no, break next week! Why? It felt like I was on break from One Piece for so long. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The first one to be called a pirate. The original pirate. Okay, wait. I'm trying to like my brain. Okay, so what Vegapunk is saying, so his theory based on his research and the things that he knows is that the world is gonna sink. He has two grave sins. First is being so driven by wanting like a better and brighter future for the world that he created something that's just too much. He flew too close to the sun basically when he created the mother flame, because that one is like a really strong weapon that could erase countries, islands. That's his first sin. And the second one, I don't think it's a sin, but because the government doesn't want people doing it, he considers it a sin. That he researched the poneglyphs and he knows some stuff about the Void Century. He said that he doesn't know completely. Like, he doesn't know everything, but he knows some facts, and he's going to tell us that. And he's starting with Joy Boy. And I love how he says, history is a story after all. Where was that part? I really like that. Where is it? There. History is a story after all. And the story begins with Joy Boy, the first person to ever be called a pirate. So I'm trying to understand. He says that sun god Nika is from the fables of Elbath. He's a legend, so he's not real. Wait, but he's okay. So Nika is a sun god who fights with a stretchy body, has like amazing imagination, and he can create those reality. And then so he's basically just like Luffy, but Nika is not real, right? Because that's Joy Boy. But Joy Boy also fought with a stretchy and elastic body. Can't be from a fruit. That's probably just who he is. And I can imagine that his whale became the Nika Nika fruit. Am I making sense? I feel like in my brain I am. But as I say it, it's like, am I being confusing? But, okay, so Joy Boy. How does that correlate to our story then? Are we gonna get a flashback? Are we gonna get a flashback? A Joy Boy flashback? But I feel like we won't get that until we get to Laugh Tale. Because I feel like it's the same story. Like if you go to Laugh Tale, there is a story in there, right? Because it makes you laugh, it makes you cry. It's a story somehow, and it's Joy Boy's story. Because Roger said, I wish I was born during your time, Joy Boy. It means that the story that they have read or found out was about Joy Boy. So do we still have to go to Laugh Tale? If Vegapunk's gonna tell us anyway? But then Vegapunk says he doesn't know everything. And Rayleigh said that they found everything out when they went to Laugh Tale. I don't know. Oh my god. Oh, there's so many things going through my brain. There's a break next week though. Break next week. He was the first man to take to the seas. The first one to be called a pirate. There's so many questions. But I felt like we can ask all the questions but we won't get the answers. I don't even know what's gonna happen in this one, because we're almost out of the island. Edison, amazing. You're amazing, Edison. He got like the clouds to stretch so that they can jump down and they would fall into the ocean so that they can escape. Luffy's trying to escape with the giants, and they're probably gonna head to Elbath. So we're getting out of this island. So I wonder if, like, is Vegapunk gonna finish his story before we head out? Because it really feels like we're gonna head out real soon. Oh my gosh. It's so weird. I can't believe I'm reading One Piece, like this part of One Piece. Like reading it as it happens. I mean, I'm a little bit late, of course, but just think about that. This is something that we've been waiting for so long as like weekly readers of the manga, and it's happening right now while we're alive. It's like insane. I can't help but think like that's so crazy. I cannot. Break next week. It's okay. We'll survive. I mean, we had a month-long break. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that was me reading chapter 11-14 of the One Piece manga. Let me know what you thought of the chapter down below. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.